What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy Butters here, back again with another video. And today I'm going to be going over wave management, something that I think a lot of off laners and other lanes should know how to do. I'm going to do a little picture here to begin the video with, and then I'll show you guys some gameplay of me playing Bale against an Iggy. So, a little help with ranged off lane as well. But basically, there's a couple things that you need to think about when it comes to wave management. There's freezing, there's crashing, and there's neutral. Those are the wave states, and slow push. So four, I guess, states of minion waves. These red squares will be the melee minions, and these blue rectangles will be the ranged creeps. And there'll be the occasional cannon, but basics, right? 3 melee minions and 3 range minions. This is what's considered neutral. So what's gonna happen is, if no hero is hitting each other or near the minions, these two waves will continue to push forward and fight each other and take each other out one by one. If it was perfect, then the wave state would never change. Basically, all the minions would be in the middle here, and they would be fighting one after the other until they eventually just, kill each other and then disappear from the map. However, as time goes on, one wave starts to win compared to the other, and it'll eventually crash into like the tower. Like, let's say this right wave wins, all these minions would get deleted, and then these ones would push to the tower and crash, right? So that's neutral, when the waves are just killing each other. When it's slow pushing, that's when, let's say you're playing on this left side of the screen and your wave is here, right? Enemy's wave is on your side of the map, past the cyan buff, green buff, whatever you want to call it. And, wave is fighting each other, right? So how this works is, you'll be here last hitting the minions one at a time, and this will make it so that your wave slow pushes to their tower. So let's say you're here by yourself and the enemy isn't here. You want to slow push. You don't want to crash immediately, because that'll lead into a freeze. And I'll explain that in a bit here. So what is slow pushing? It is when you see the minions have the red health bar. That's the only time you're hitting the wave, is when you see that red bar and you hit the minion with a basic attack. Doing that allows you to lose some minions of your own while slow pushing towards the enemy tower. The idea of slow pushing is to build a massive wave and crash it eventually, so you can get a base off and buy items. So you're slow pushing, you're last hitting, you kill another minion, you kill another, they kill one of yours, you're pushing up, and at this point, your next wave is coming through, right? So you're getting 3 more minions coming up, 3 more ranged minions coming up. At this point, you've got like a double wave stacked, and you're looking to shove / crash. So you're last hitting, all these minions are going to the enemy tower, and then what you want to do is, you want to make sure these minions get under the tower line, right? There's a tower line here, there's a tower line here. You want to make sure these minions get underneath that tower line. This is called crashing the wave. And once you crash the wave, then it's good to reset. You never want to base when when the wave isn't crashed. The reason being is because the minions will end up in a freeze. And I'll explain what a freeze is here shortly. But that's just a rule of thumb. You slow push, you crash, you reset, you repeat. That's the whole lane process in a nutshell. Reason why you slow push is so they lose XP and gold from the minions dying, while you get what's called a cheater reset or recall. Basically, once this wave is crashed, like I said, you take a recall, you got your items, you come back to lane, and then your opponent's, stuck clearing the wave, and they haven't had a chance to reset yet because they have to get the last hits on these minions under tower. Then after that, once they're done clearing the wave, eventually it'll return back to neutral. / the wave will be pushing into you. And this is a huge advantage for a couple of reasons. One, you are coming back from a fresh base. And what that means is you've got an item lead. So your stats are increased compared to them. And they're probably low HP considering they haven't reset yet. So while you crash the wave and come back to lane, the wave should be pushing into you and you'll be stronger than him, your lane opponent. Reason being is because you got more stats, you got more gold spent, and they haven't backed yet. So here's one thing you can do. Once the wave is slow pushing back into you, since you crashed and came back from a base, he'll have minions coming from his base. Meanwhile, your wave will die to the double stacked wave that's coming through, and you can hold a freeze here at your tower line. You want to know why? Because you're stronger. You just came off a base. So what you do is, once these melee minions are pulled up and these range ones are pulled up, these melee ones are also pulling up. Let's say this is you. And then opponent is right here. You can take this fight because he's like half HP. You're full with items. It doesn't really matter that there's like this 1.5 wave here. All you got to do is trim the wave. So you got to kill a couple of these minions, right? So let's say you kill one of the 2 waves that were stacked, right? And you're fighting him. He's way too low to fight you anymore because you're stronger and he was low to begin with. And you're left with, let's say, 1 melee minion and 2 minions, 2 ranged minions. This guy can't fight you, so he's got a back. So he recalls, and you're holding these 2 minions, these 3 minions here. You're not killing them, you're holding them. The reason why you do that is so you can freeze at your tower line. So you're holding these in front of the tower line, and then your next wave is spawning in. So your melee minions are pulling up. You're holding this wave, and then they'll lose aggro and go on to your minions. So now here's your fresh wave coming in. Starts to fighting his 2 extra minions. So here's how it works. You stand here and you don't kill these minions. You last hit them like you're slow pushing. Except you're not slow pushing, you're freezing. The reason why you freeze is so the opponent loses XP and gold. Because these minions by themselves won't kill your full wave. However, there's the next wave coming through from his side. So they're coming through. This minion probably dies by now. This minion probably dies by now. However, you will also lose 1 minion or 2. And these extra ranged minions are the minions that matter the most when it comes to a freeze. Basically, if their wave has more ranged creeps than yours, it should stay frozen. So like these range creeps will sit behind the melee minions, and these things will tank damage while he's got more DPS. So one unit will die at a time, slowly but surely. We want to keep this in front of the tower. We don't want to let this wave crash. This is why it's called a freeze. You have the wave frozen on your half of the lane, and he's losing XP and gold because he has more minions than your wave, and his minions are killing yours while you're hitting the last hits to get the golden XP. But yeah, that's how you freeze. In a nutshell, all you gotta do is make sure they have more minions than your next wave coming up. So let's say, you know, these are your minions right here, and these are his minions, plus, you know, one melee minion. This will stay frozen as long as you're only last hitting when the minions have that red rectangle above their health bar. You don't want to be using abilities on the wave. You just want to use one basic attack when the minion is at its lowest HP so that it stays frozen at your tower line. And you can do this for as long as you want. You can have a freeze the whole game if you really wanted to. Is it practical? No. Can it happen for extended periods of time? Yes. This is how you get a level lead and gold lead when playing off lane. Specifically, if you're able to freeze longer than your opponent and zone him off of that golden XP, you're gonna have a lane lead. You're gonna have more XP. You're gonna have a level and a half on him. You're gonna have an item up on your opponent if they're going down in CS numbers. And those level timers matter, especially in off lane. When you reach level 6, you get your ultimate ability. If you're able to get your ult one whole level above your opponent early game and kill him off of getting that level up, the game should be over for the enemy offlaner. But yeah, that's lane states in a nutshell. All you do is slow push into a crash, and then once you crash the wave, reset, freeze for as long as you can. Make sure they lose minions. If it's too much or you're too low on health and mana, let them crash and then rinse and repeat. That's all you got to do for lane state. Now, I'll show you a video of me playing Bale versus Iggy in off lane, just so you can get an idea of how I play the wave state, and how I capitalize off of having the minions on my side of the map versus his side of the map. Pay attention to what I just mentioned in the last 13 minutes, and it'll sort of click for you, right? It's not going to be like this every game, but if you get that simple concept of slow pushing, crashing, reset, and then freeze, that's all you need to know. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry if I didn't do the best at explaining this. This is my first kind of video trying to explain this, but if this did help you, please let me know in the comments, and I hope you guys enjoy this small 10-minute video of me playing Bale versus Iggy. Peace. Up, Bang? What's it going, dude? PC commentator, real. cannon. Oops. You.
Silence broken with steel. Always more to learn.
Up already? Come on, man. What do you do against ranged offlaners? You play Bale, bro. Bale. Play Bale and win. Well, that's awesome, man.
The sword never rests.
Fail and never lose.
This will do. I'll strike them down. You're mine.
Frog pushing the Iggy meta. Something like that. Like that.
Better. Faster. Stronger.
I'll just leave this here. Torch it!
Let's hold this freeze. Force him to walk up to me. Don't want to walk up, but lose minions. Get level 6 here, so I want to look for a kill. We'll get a splash here. EF. Trash. Yeah, it's not the greatest, especially if I'm playing someone like Bale. We just keep slow pushing this wave here. Got his flash. It's hard for him to walk up. This is some wave management for the fellas here.
Better. Faster. Stronger.
Oh, he doesn't have flash. We can just all in him.
You're in the way. Should have walked away.
Make him walk up the wave and then we kill him. Oh, he can crash and then reset their money. Maybe we can turn this into a wave management video.
My strength grows.
Assassin Crest? Yeah, I'm going Dart so I can get on top of Iggy. plate here.
Time to
Always
finish
grab the
what's been
plates when possible. Very high level compared to this guy.
Stand aside.
Alright, let's go reset and spend our 22,000 gold here.
I won't be gone for long. Another tool in my
And
arsenal.
we'll go some HP, like Berserkers.
Into the fray.
This gives us movement speed, so we can get on top of Iggy. We go Mist Meadow because it gives us a bunch of stats we love against the ranged offlaner like Iggy. Yeah, I'm running Marrow. I don't think he has flash still, so. Juana's here though, we don't want to throw away our life. Don't have to. Wave's in a good spot for us again.
Not so fast. Cut through.
We just hold the freeze because we got less minions than him.
I'm not holding back.
Probably kill him here if he stays.
Stay down. In the way. I'll tear you
There we go.
apart.
Nice. We got a good wave state, and we just let it freeze, and we're chilling. I will take this cannon though, because I don't want to lose it. Just reset.
The fight will still be there when I return.
Iggy's game is pretty over. Or
Prepared for what's to
catch
come.
up to him.
Battle awaits.
Oh no, I didn't even ult. Didn't even ult. Now we just slow push again, because, you know, we're coming back from a base. We want to build up a big wave and then crash it. If you're not freezing, you're slow pushing. It's kind of like the basics. What slow pushing means is you only hit the minions when their health bar is red here. You don't want the wave to show too quick. You want to build up a big wave and crash it so he loses a lot of XP if he dies. I can even look for a tower dive opportunity.
No slowing down now.
This is flash. Take it. Let me just look to re-go on him after freezing this wave.
It's time to end it.
Oh, my dart didn't reach far enough. We're gonna hold the freeze still. Molly. Guys got no mana. It's in range, we step up, back him off. We want to zone him off of all the XP if possible. Let's hold this wave. Oh, maybe we can kill here.
Never stood a chance.
First stood a chance is right, Vale.
Better, faster, stronger.
Queen builder. We can reset and get our item here.
One step at a time.
Same thing, we're just holding a freeze. He has more minions than our wave, so his minions will kill my
Tool
wave.
in my arsenal.
He's losing golden XP. That's how we have a giant CS lead. Looks like they're Quan is 7-0 though, so we're not gonna win this game. But can use it as a wave management guide against ranged off lane, I suppose. Oh no, that's illegal. Cancel his ult. There we go. Use the dart to finish the kill. Dart's pretty good against ranged offlaners. Lets you gap close. Tower here. Now laning phase is kind of over.
Always more to learn.
Look for roaming across the map. 4 levels up on Iggy. Pull up this guy and get the kill again. Because he's giving us it. See if we can win this. Oh, never mind, he's got ult.